And so, like, basically, we'll end up having what we call a Pure T original line, and it'll be like the stuff that we kind of played around with. I can't wait.
Breaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I'd ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean.
Oh, we already started? What
I don't
is
got much
goody?
experience
Three.
fixing
Yeah.
Fatman.
Somebody forgot to announce.
And may soon be switching over
I
to
absolutely
Greedfall.
can.
You know, I love that.
Passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Thompson said
And your host,
only
Tito.
skill.
Tito.tv.
But I'm used to working on cannery.
Dying.
Oh, yep, it's gonna be right now. I got kicked out for being
There's
AFK.
tricks about ships I ain't learned yet.
Jesus.
All I'm looking for is a few pointers.
Prestige
I
this
bet a
unit.
lady who runs a whole station has forgot more than I ever learned.
No.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
No, you don't want to stop me. I think it's time you move along.
Nah. Don't let me hold you up.
You can select up to 2 people to accompany you. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you can have, like, more than one companion? Well, they're doing better in Fallout. You can only have one companion in Fallout. Or one companion at a time.
I like Bioshock. I can hack every robot in the facility.
Right?
I have a whole fucking
Army.
standby army.
That was a weird game, man.
That's how it should be.
Like, whoever, like, wrote that game was on drugs. Good ones, too.
I love the shit where, like, you start off as a bum, but when you build your way up, you're basically a god, like the original Watch Dogs, like the first one.
Right.
Grease and unwashed bodies.
Where, like, you could just do whatever you wanted.
This man said this place smells like grease and unwashed bodies. So, BO and grease, like, what the hell?
So, I smell like I live at a KFC.
Yeah,
like,
with a toss ball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses.
That should do something.
Not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Hey.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
I'll toss you out of an airlock. Jesus.
You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
Yeah, this place is twisted, dude. I'm loving the, like, story logs and stuff on it. What's up, Felix?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
I noticed you were in the middle of an argument.
Sure was.
Right?
Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once.
Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come with fisticuffs. What is a fisticuff? I guess that is like...
Fighting.
No, I think that's like their pair of, like, their cuffs. They call them fisticuffs.
No, it's fighting. No, I seen that on a regular show.
Oh, like you're telling me. Oh. So, okay, that's actual... So that's a, bro, I didn't know that. So, alright, so fisticuff means fighting?
Old timey. Yeah.
Dude, I feel stupid. The young man's just outsmarted me now. I really didn't know that.
Because, like, the cuff of your fucking shirt.
But, like, granted, now, that ain't something you learned in school, though. Like, that's something you damn must have learned on your own, because I've never heard of that word. Alright, maybe you can help me out with my dialogue, dude. It says, I'd like to hear your side of the story. Second option, I heard you knock somebody the hell out. Third option, I think you want to get arrested. Fourth option, the guard just threatened you. Are you a pussy?
Are you a pussy, bro? Do that.
Yeah. He's like the rest of the board jackasses. All bluster, no grit. I'm the one that fought.
All you gotta do is square your shoulders and stand up to him. Board ain't accustomed to disobedience.
Damn. Okay, slow down. What happened? I heard you knock someone out, and Sounds like you're just wanting to get arrested. I'm gonna tell him to slow down. What
Guy
did you
never
do?
liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
He used a lot of big words in here. They use the word boasting like, dude, if kids are trying to play this game, they're in trouble.
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker.
So a dock
Well,
worker got in a
foreman
fight with a
guy.
foreman.
Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? So your ship's got a dark and violent history? This is just too perfect. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Like, so this game has a lot of dialogue in it. So if you're not prepared to read, you know what I'm saying, then, you know what I mean, definitely not a game, for you. Honestly, what I'm most impressed with, and you're probably gonna laugh at this, but I like the first person of shooting on it. Like, I don't know what they did, but it's just, I don't know, man. I like the way that, like, it's no different than the next ones, you know what I mean?
As always, I am at your disposal. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
They have a thing called TTD. It's called tactical time dilation, and it's basically a reverb of like slowing down time.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition. Oh, I eventually learned how to channel it into my quest for knowledge. But my childhood, that is a different tale. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them. On the contrary, they internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known.
So
They had
basically,
a pure
they don't
faith,
do
a
religion in
faith
this
upon
world.
jointed in regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I
But
thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very
they
least,
have like
find out
ways,
why I lacked
like I
it.
don't know how to explain this, but like their idea of like rationalism and like their idea of a god is corporate. Does that make sense? Like, so it's so far in the future that like religion has been banned, and there's a place called Spacer's Choice, right? And basically it's a big ass company, and they're running the show. And like if you get caught like talking about certain things or like thinking, like, oh, I could be a free person and I can, think freely, that's illegal.
Makes sense.
And like we're in some kind of time, a town. We're in a Star beyond.
You cutting out a lot.
You're actually, it does, because what I've noticed is they're building what they call like a dystopian society, and it's causing everybody to be kind of scared of the main people. Because like most of the people are brainwashed, you know what I mean, by their I guess with the lack of better, by their government. Hey, sounds like something.
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy
That's
for
cool.
power, prestige, but that was not me. The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe.
So, like, instead of
Everything
God,
flows from the
they say
equation,
Grand
or
Architect.
in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose?
And they're trying to figure out
The answers
why
to these
we have
questions
consciousness.
don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan. It can be if abused, but that can be said about anything. However, in the case of the board and Halcyon, sadly, I believe you are correct. Yes, well, now that we're here, can we check in with security? I'd like to track down that scholar.
Yeah, huh?
And see, you get these people to travel with you, right?
Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification, please. Everybody's got an ID. Oh, let me guess. You, left it in your other pants? I hear that one a lot. You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker. You must have just dusted off from one of those dirt-side outposts.
Sure did. And now we're in space.
Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they...
Oh my God, they impounded my ship.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. Not stuck, per se. You could always throw yourself out the airlock. Of course, then you'd find yourself with an exciting new problem. Just the opposite. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations here.
Surely this must be some sort of mix-up.
They must have a real big bee in their bonnets then. Everyone knows you don't trifle with Groundbreaker if you want to get your goods on time.
Government just took my
Take a guess
ship.
as to why? You probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. A man named Udom Bedford. You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
What?
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
I like how these people want me to do all their work.
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
That's what's on your hat is on everything you have.
Huh?
Find everything on your
That's a computer. That's a computer.
No, on your hat you have
Mm-hmm.
the stuff on.
Because that belongs to that. And this one belongs to this. That works this, and that works that over there. That's a computer. I'm looking for a drink. Can I find it? Alright. Hey, I gotta teach him.
unless you speak ill of the board.
I got
Get the
through,
sense he doesn't care
you
for
know, like,
Groundbreaker,
you know, I
much.
stream and everything.
Not that he would,
I've got
being a
like
board
all
member.
my stuff out. I've got a
He's our
computer and a laptops and all this stuff, and it's got 2 different mouses and 2 different keyboards, and she's just like confused. She's like, "Why do you need 2 of each of these?" Like, one runs the PlayStation, one runs that one.
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port.
You know, honestly, Fat Man, I'm starting to wonder if this government wasn't identically copied by the United States.
Bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
Like, can we outdo the Americans?
You hear about that Kim Jong-un stuff?
Too.
What happened?
Like he had a heart attack or something.
Oh, really?
See what's so wrong about
You sure we didn't try to kill him?
They're fun.
Udom takes it too.
You know, he's been, I don't know if you know this, I haven't been telling you guys, but he's been throwing missiles into the water while we've all been in our houses. You know how I usually tell you everything? Well, haven't been talking to y'all lately, but yeah, he's been lobbing missiles into the ocean again. Nobody, but you notice that ain't been in the news, right?
Bro, I seen helicopters and shit outside a plane.
Mm-hmm. You can tell, yeah, you can
Heavy
tell things
shit.
are about to really change around here in America. Like, you can just tell.
There's a little ass town. What the fuck is they doing?
Right, and I've got a town of, what, 6,000? Just as small as yours. And I seen a brigade, and I mean a brigade, like, on the railroad
like
tracks.
military dudes, yeah.
Right, and they were carrying equipment in.
Yep.
And like I said, this is a small town. You have a small town. You know, more than likely within the next year, dude, who knows what the hell is going to be going on.
You noticed, huh? What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest processing fees with every one.
Now, it sounds like this ship called the Groundbreaker and the government are having problems.
But really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. This really must be your first time here. There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that. Sounds like, yeah. But from where I sit, it's all coming through loud and clear. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. You push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter.